It's funny how one adventure can lead to another. Happened to be hiking in Baxter State Park this winter, came around the corner, and there was a guy, hadn't seen in a couple of years. One thing led to another, and here we are in July, fueling up the van, heading down to Portsmouth, New Hampshire to spend the night in a parking lot, jump on a bus, take it down to Logan Airport, jump on a plane, and take it to Washington State, where we'll go hike an active volcano. How does that happen? I don't know, but I'm not saying no, and I'm getting on that plane and doing it. Here we are, down to I think this is called the Portsmouth Transportation Center or something. It's actually, the bus station's way back over the other end, and I'm down here kind of tucked down. And there's an airport across the street, obviously. Not the one we're taking though. Oh, and it's humid as hell. But I mean, I guarantee I got parking. Might not be where I want to be because it's a long walk, but so what I'll do is I'm gonna crash here. Hopefully nobody bothers me. It's nice that I'm down here by myself, but then again, I'm kind of screaming, sleeping in the van. Which I didn't ask them if you could do that. I asked if I could park my van here because they had no commercial vehicles and no box trucks, no box trucks and no campers. Did not say, and say, said, I have a van. Is that okay? And she says, that's fine. Okay. Didn't offer any information, didn't ask any more questions. So I guess worst case scenario, hopefully they knock around 1:30 because that's what time I have to get up. I have a 3 a.m. bus, but the way the bus works is, even though I went through and made reservations, like for a time and everything to go to Logan, you're not guaranteed a seat. You actually have to, it's first come, first serve. So even though I bought tickets for 3 a.m., the 3 a.m. bus is a 3 a.m., they go every hour right now. So 3 a.m. will get me there earlier than I want to be in Logan, but the 4 a.m. one was like iffy. This is 4th of July weekend, so I was afraid that the security is going to be busy. And, especially, I don't know how smooth it goes because we have to wear masks. So how smooth does it go when they can't see your face? I don't know. So anyway, so I'd rather be early than late. So it was an hour drive down here. I got a little head start, so hopefully I'll crash. But it was nice and cool at the house, and it is muggy here, so it might have some fans on all night for sure. But I could drive down and try to find a spot down that way, kind of squish in there, but I'd rather sleep down here where I think it's gonna be quieter. I'm not gonna get much sleep. I might as well get some good sleep. So anyways, I gotta go through my stuff and make sure I packed everything. I've got 2 suitcases. I didn't do a carry-on suitcase. I had borrowed, this is my beast. This thing's broken, but I got it. I'm able to extend it and retract it from inside the suitcase, which it's in here. I've got ice axe, hiking poles, my tent. I don't even know. I mean, this sucker weighs 40. I think this one was 46 pounds or something. So then I was gonna put everything in my small carry-on suitcase, which is a little black American Airlines suitcase I use for just one-nighters for work, and couldn't fit it. Because my mountaineering boots are in here. My mountaineering boots were like 7 pounds for the pair, and I put them in my little black suitcase, and then there was my sleep pad, and I had no room for clothes pretty much. So this is my mom's suitcase, so I decided to borrow this and not do a little check-in suitcase. I've got this is gonna be my only carry-on 30-liter fast pack by Ultimate Direction, and I'll hopefully use that for some hiking out there too. But yeah, so I got one, because I'm a Delta member, I've got one free check bag with it, so that cover that, and I'll pay $30 for this, but that's not bad. Oh, there's a plane going right over my head. And then carry that on. So, well, anyways, I'm gonna go through this stuff, make sure I have everything. Brand new trail runners. I want to bring these because I want to. These are my gonna be. I'm hoping to be able to wear these to the base camp at least, and then of course have something to walk around in, so I'm not walking around in my mountaineering boots when we're at camp. They are heavier than my Crocs that I normally bring, but I think I'm gonna chance it. That way I can wear these. I don't think there's any snow all the way up to base camp. The only problem is then I have to put 7 more pounds on an already heavy pack. Well, more hang on my pack, but I think my feet would like me better. So those are in my those are in my carry-on because they won't fit in the suitcase. Kindle. I'm gonna download some shows hopefully at the airport because this is only an hour bus ride, but then after that I got a 6-hour flight. Of course, something to charge stuff with. My sunglasses. I don't know why they're in here. They probably should put that in a suitcase. I'm gonna have an Nalgene. You never fly without an Nalgene because you'll spend more money on water and beverages than you will the plane ticket. Snacks, lots of snacks. I got a whole bag of them. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put in there. Oh, and this was supposed to be in the house so I could use that when I was getting ready, but I managed without it. This is all stuff that's too big to go in my carry-on, like this would go in one of the suitcases. My reading glasses, just in case I want to read something. This is going in my carry-on. Practice some knots. If they let me through security with this, I'm not really sure. If rope is listed on the no-fly list, they might say, what are you doing with that rope? Find out. It's just cheap rope, so if they make me toss it, I'll toss it. Oh, this is gotta be going with me, so I'm probably put that in my carry-on too. More water. Last minute as I was going, my friend who's hiked Baker twice mentioned you might, even though it's gonna be hot, you might want a long sleeve shirt because the sun is brutal. Oh, my bag for it's my toiletries. Everything's flight legal, and this is one of my coworkers gave me to wear this on the plane because she thought it would be cute. My screen shut off so I can't see it. Look at that. You won't see this very often. This is how bad I want to hike this mountain. I'm putting a mask on. I hate masks. I hate them. 6 hours. Well, 7 counting the bus. Getting through security. I think when you're in the airport you have to have it on. And then you have to have it on the flight unless you're eating. And it says that you have to put it on in between bites. It's gonna be a long trip. During COVID, I threw this on. I spent very little time indoors all through COVID, so I'd have to wear a mask. So it's gonna suck. Oh God. So tuck those into my little pocket. Hopefully I don't lose both, because if not, if I lose my mask, I'm screwed. Look at that. That's the bus terminal right there. Pretty close. And I got to pull through too, so I don't even have to try to back in with my eyes not even open yet today. So I'll give it, it's like, what time is it? I can't get my watch to work here. It's like 1:30, so we'll head in a half an hour. But at least got a parking spot close by. Take a half an hour to get ready and go in. Sure I get on this bus. So when I called and got asked about the van, I asked about the time, because she said I messed up on my return trip. I did AM instead of PM, so I called to change it. That's when I originally called and asked about the van, and she said that, you know, that it's first come first serve. I said, oh, so what are the chances of me getting getting the bus a seat on the way. I need to take the 3 a.m. bus. She goes, it's okay, but get here at least a half an hour beforehand. Okay, well, bus leaves at 3. Half an hour before, it's 2:30, and I said, so that'll guarantee me a ride? And she goes, well, no. If you really want to ride, you got to get here an hour early. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's 2 a.m. Wait, not 2 a.m. Yes, it's 2 a.m. because the bus leaves at 3 a.m. They don't open until 2:30, so I got soaked. I was way across the parking lot. I did find a parking spot right by the building, so at least now I don't have to go as far, but it's pouring out. So everything is wet, including me. People just tell you things to get you off the phone. Just move the van. Look how close I am. Entrance is right there. Too bad I got soaked finding this spot, but I'll wait a half an hour and head in and make sure I get my spot.
You can tell I don't really give a shit, right?
Al in his helmet.
What are we gonna go do?
Something probably stupid.
Everyone, welcome aboard. We're so glad to see you. We look forward to taking you to Seattle today. Our teams get settled. Please place those larger bags to the overhead bin. We'll stay handled first and check to be sure that bin can close.
Monster. So we kind of ended this trip the way it started, just in reverse. Went from a plane to a bus to a minivan. We went down to Enterprise, grabbed a van big enough for 5 of us, short stop at Al's sister's to grab a table big enough for everybody to sit around and eat, and then off to his family house on the ocean we went. What a beautiful place. We've got to check out Vancouver Island, Canada, as close as we could get to it without the border being closed. But it was the best we could do on this trip. And then we just kind of walked the beach, watched the tide go out, and then watched my first Pacific Ocean sunset. It's totally opposite. It's like reversal world out here. We get the good sunrises in the east on the ocean, and the west they get the good sunsets. I actually woke up one morning, rushed out there to do a sunrise, and realized that I was facing the wrong way. Sat on the beach and just kept watching that sunset. Enjoyed every second of it, wondering what this week will bring. I want to thank everybody for stopping in and watching this video. I know it's a little bit different than what you normally see around here, but I thought it was kind of important to explain the journey to get out to hike Mount Baker. And stay tuned for the hike up to the base camp and the hike to the summit itself. Thanks for watching.